Kathy's going to go into record mode here for us.
Yeah, that place is a knockout. I just went to a music festival there.
I went to a music festival too. I think it was 2019. Okay, guys. Hey, it's Monday night. Welcome to the Team Up Call. It's so much fun having you with me this evening. And tonight's topic is about becoming a successful entrepreneur. And the whole concept behind becoming a successful entrepreneur is about being in the club. And if you were with me for the past 3 minutes, you heard J-Lo singing on the floor and being in the club. I thought that was the perfect entrance to tonight's program. But unlike the club that her and Pitbull are talking about in that song, where there's a guy at the door, a bouncer who determines whether or not you get into the club. All right, the club that we're talking about now is a club where if you have the I want to, I can, and I will mentality, you can be a member of the club. So what am I talking about? Well, about a month ago, the company decided to refocus its energy on being a qualified business. But instead of calling it a qualified business, they're calling it in the club. And I don't know about you, but obviously I like that term a whole lot, in the club. That really resonates with me. So what does it take for you to be in the club? To be, hi Paula, to be in the club, what that means is that every month you're doing 1,800 points. It's paid volume every single month, 1,800 points of paid volume. And if you're looking at your board, your dashboard on your virtual office, it's always the number in the middle in the purple. But to help you understand how do you get to 1,800 paid points, I want you to just think of the number 24. 24 trio orders in your number every month will get you in the club. And why is that important? Well, that's where all the magic happens in terms of your paycheck. That's when you are given the gift of literally collecting an additional 3% on your entire organization. It is a big deal. And this is what sets you up for financial freedom and financial security. I'm going to tell you right now, for the rest of your life. So I thought that tonight, we're going to talk about being in the club. I saw a program about a week and a half ago. It was an international Zoom led by a PMD, National Marketing Director out of Germany. And there was John Halawadi and Linda Evenden and Shelley Mackey and I can't think of his name, last name Harris, excuse me, from Canada. Very, very smart. And they all talked about becoming an entrepreneur and being in the club. And there's somebody that really caught my energy, caught my attention, and that was Linda Evenden. So I thought tonight I'm going to show you snippets of this program. It ran for over an hour, but there was something about the way Linda Evenden described being in the club that really resonated in my heart, and I know it'll resonate with you too. So Kathy, if you want to cue up Linda Evenden. All right, do you have notes and paper and all that? Are you ready to take some notes? Because you're going to want to take notes. All right, be patient. Let's hope we can cue this up.
Give me 1 second, Terry. Let me reset that.
Okay, Kathy's going to reset that. All right, so Bob Burdick, years ago, and it still applies today, talked about the power of your being a qualified business or in the club. And he also talked about the power of duplication when it comes to being in the club. What he talked about, and the numbers might have changed a little bit. Actually, it might be in terms of finance, even a bigger deal now because we changed the pay structure in January. But Bob Burdick used to say that for every qualified business that you have in your organization, you can count on $150 monthly in your paycheck.
We're ready to go.
Okay, let's see, Linda Evenden.
I feel that very much, Shelley, and that is actually, no matter where we are all sharing the same mission, and we are on a mission, and this mission is inspiring healthy living. And what you said, it's the foundation, of course, the product backed by science, and then of course the club and the PB and the qualified business. That is the foundation of a healthy, growing business. Wonderful, Shelley. Thank you very much. The next question is for Linda. And Linda, my question for you is, can you talk a little bit more about the clubs in general, right? What clubs there are and what you want to say about, share about the clubs, and how important it is, so we said that already, for a sustainable and long-term business, a business where in the next 10 years, you want to look back and say, yeah, I built something great here. And it's not only for the next 3 months or for the next 2 years.
Yes. In fact, I have my favorite prop. When I talk about qualifying, I get on my show me the money glasses because I just want truth talk here. I was like Mark, and similar story to John, just like kind of frustrated and struggling away up the mountain to NMD for 5 years. And I could have quit, I tell you. But I remember a critical moment when I understood the money and the marketing plan. Before that, it was all gobbledygook. It was acronyms and all this stuff that didn't make sense. And Linda used to call me from head office and say, you just have to find another customer and another team, and then you'll get this. And it was like a foreign language. And then one day it hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh my God, like, show me the money. This is where it is. And this is why I love qualifying. There's so many things I love about qualifying, but it doesn't, first of all, it doesn't sound sexy. So I love that we're saying in the club, because that is a lot sexier, right? And it is the number one thing that is going to pay you for the rest of your life. That's number one. This is where you are building an asset that can pay you for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you've got a job and you are trading dollars for hours. And no one that's ever in front of me that handed over a credit card for a business, I don't care what they say, they have a dream. They have a hope, they have a desire. I'm a dream keeper. So I'm with Shelley. As soon as they come through the door, let's go. Why are you here? How can we change your life? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? And clubs is the way that we get there, baby. Clubs is it. So I am talking about, position 1, position 2, the acronyms, whatever. They're not even going to remember position 1 and I don't even talk about the letters. I say, this is easy. We're going to whip through 1 and 2, but this is the destination. This is when it's getting real. And I love to talk about clubs like this. Maybe this will be helpful. I think of it like a franchise, and I think of it like Subway, because sometimes it's hard to imagine. We're all on Zoom, so you can't kind of think of bricks and mortar, right? But imagine that you just opened a store, a Juice Plus store, where the fruit and veggie store, and you can sell a certain amount per month, and then it just gets too much, like over 60, 70. I've got some team with 100 customers. Wow. But that's not me. 25 to 30 customers. Now that I can do, that's some good little earnings. So I've got a shop, okay? I've got a retail business and I'm a shop owner. The thing that takes you from a shop owner to building an empire is you get qualified as quickly as possible. You show that you are a successful shop. You are getting a performance bonus from corporate. Like in Australia, it's Peter Glennie. I say, make Peter pay. Get Peter to get that wallet out. He's going to pay us the performance bonus. It's a jackpot. Every single time that you qualify, it's your own jackpot. So I call it the jackpot business. Okay. Now, where it gets very exciting and where you are unlimited, repeat after me, where you can be unlimited in this business. Who doesn't like limits? Who doesn't like the JOB? Who doesn't like trading dollars for hours, right? This is the path to the sky's the limit. It's qualifying. When you teach one more person to do exactly what you just did, open a store, take great care of people, find people who want to change their health destiny, who want to change their wealth destiny, and you set up their own qualified store with them, and then get them obsessed about doing the same thing, right? As soon as they've done it, get them obsessed, get them to put blinkers on. They don't need to know anything else about this business or the marketing plan, but qualifying and clubs. Once you teach 3 people to do exactly what you just did, and you get those 3 people obsessed about doing the same, well, now there's 9. Am I right? Do you get it? I'm not going out finding 100 stores that I'm personally opening, but I'm working with those who are ready to change their life and their financial destiny and their choices. And this is how we do it.
All right, guys, if you want to unmute yourselves, okay, because Kathy's going to cue us up for a little bit more of Linda here in a second. But after listening to what she said, does anybody want to share maybe a nugget or a takeaway on joining the club? I mean, what comments did she say to you that might have sparked your imagination, might have really resonated with you?
I'll share.
Okay, go ahead, honey.
Yeah, I think just kind of that visual of from being a shop owner to the builder of an empire. I think that for me, that really resonated clearly. Shop owner definitely has limits and boundaries.
I love where and I loved where she talked about becomes a job at one point versus it's that vision of that empire. And I thought that was bad. And I love how she always says, we're going to have some truth talk right now. We're going to have some truth talk. And I've heard her say that so many times. Thank you, Laura. Is there anybody else that took a nugget from that or a bullet from that they're really going to carry with them?
Well, you said it too, Terry, setting yourself up financially for life, that you can actually have a financial plan. You can actually maybe retire your husband, you can have benefits for life. Those are the things, and the visual of the store too. But, when you can set yourself up for life, I mean, that creates a spark in me, and being in this club.
And being in the club. All right, so John Halawadi. Okay, give me just a second, Kathy, and then we'll run with it. John Halawadi said in the interview, he said that with this program, when you are building qualified businesses, the residual income, but he said the retention of it, the retention is the new pension. Wow. So that's exciting. All right, so we're going to go back to Linda. Remember, when she said yes to Juice Plus, this girl was struggling. $300 a month for her when she said yes was a big, big deal. So let's go see what else she has to say.
Look at those leaders sitting here and talking about it. And no matter if you're in the East, in the South, or in the West, this is what you need to do. And you need to do it first yourself every single month, because otherwise you're not authentic. You are telling other people to do something and you're not doing it yourself. And the beautiful thing, which I hear from all of
Kathy,
you,
could you mute people?
I'm doing the basics. It's good to stay in contact with new customers, enrolling new partners, inviting people to events. I get goosebumps as well, Mark. Really. I mean, this is really great. I was really nervous, but I'm hyped up now. I can do this every month. Let me know in the chat here if we should do this every month. Get leaders from all across the globe together and share this. This is like, I hope a lot of people get a click moment. It doesn't matter if you're in Australia. It doesn't matter in Canada. Those people are all talking about the same thing. Love it. Sorry, yeah. Linda, this question is for you, Linda. Where is my question for Linda? Here, yeah. So join the club incentive, promoting the club incentive, right? How do you integrate it into your deal? Can you talk a little bit about your DMO? How you do that? I mean, people are sitting there with a little note and say, yes, Linda, tell us.
Well, you know what? Clubs are such an integral part of teaching people the path to freedom. If they're here in our business and they're showing up to training, I owe them the path to understand that they can have whatever they want, whatever their heart's desire. I didn't get that in corporate. I was limited. You know, I didn't get that in my own business. I was a slave to it. But here, I get to empower people to chase their dreams, go after what they want, get so clear on what it is they want. And clubs is the way that we get there. First with them. Just get them obsessed. And I think you heard it in my first time. I don't even care if you still don't understand what it is. Just go do it. Because would you agree, things are easy when you really understand why to be a club member. Why to be a club member is how you scale. It's the compounding effect that is always working for you. And by far in the network marketing industry, this is our superpower. Other businesses don't have this.
Yeah.
Every year that you are building this, every minute and hour you're investing in the skills and teaching and empowering, you get paid on it for the rest of your life. I love how Mark said it. That was the penny that dropped for me. That one day I would be paid so much more for doing so much less. You know, at the start, you are underpaid. Get used to it. Bad luck, skill up. While you're here getting underpaid, get obsessed with clubs. Just get obsessed. Number two, you're getting paid as expected, right? In the mid range. And then get obsessed with number three, guys. You will be dramatically overpaid. You'll be overpaid. Who wants to be overpaid for the rest of their life? That you're still working your 20 hours. I do a time audit. I think I work 50, but I do 20 hard, right? But this is what I dreamed of. I was out by the pool yesterday. I'm still hustling because well beyond the check, I want everyone to have what I have. I don't get up worrying about money anymore. And it was the pain of stress of worrying about money that got me here, that got me uncomfortable, that got me excited to do more than I was ever going to do before. So my wish, my hope, my absolute dream for you, and I just want to have a bit of a truth bomb here. It's a decision. A qualified business is you saying, I'm in the arena. I'm a professional business. I'm going pro. It's the line in the sand that Juice Plus, you know, the originals, when they set up the marketing plan, they said, where's the line where people are amateurs and hobby and you know, it's a side thing. It's they're dabbling and they love a few extra $100 a month. And believe me, I was there for 5 years and I loved it. $300 extra a month changed my life. But when I made a decision that it was go time, that this was my plan A, that's when I understood the marketing plan. That's when I'm like, you know, I'm like glasses on every day, show me the money, show me the money. So how do I do it? I do a show me the money call, literally with my silly props and my hats and my yes button. And we make clubs fun. Like it is like you want to be in the nightclub, you want to be part of the crew, but everyone gets to be in the club here. We don't discriminate. All you need to do to be in our club is say yes, make the decision, get obsessed, work closely with your upline. Whoever's the next qualified up, go move in with them and say, show me, teach me, let me. Like, what do I need to do? And you've got to do things that you've never done before to get results you've never had before. So clubs as a leader, well, that's the golden handcuffs. Now I got you. Now you're going to be obsessed, and we are going to like completely change people's lives together. Clubs is a community builder. You are an influencer. You are changing a community. It's like 25 families. The minute that I heard years ago that it equates to 25 families who you are impacting every single month, I was like, wow, I can get behind that. I can talk about that. Like, I want to be a community leader. I want to be influencing people's, you know, their fridges, their pantries, their sleep. I want to influence that stuff, their kids' focus and concentration, their immunity, for God's sake. Like, it's unbelievable what we can influence. So I just go on and on and on about clubs, Ernesto. Like, we build it into extra. I always do like a leadership day, a boat party. I go to the team and say, what will just knock your socks off? What will get you excited to get behind the velvet rope? So when we do game plan, there's the club's recognition, there's the club's area, it's nice to kind of close the door sometimes. It's nice to be behind the rope, and it shakes out the achievers. And chances are, if you're on this call, you want to be part of that and you want to help others get behind. The thing to get obsessed with is, once you are qualified, congratulations, you're in the club, you're amazing. Now I want you to be just eat, breathe, sleep, getting as many people behind that velvet rope with you, because that is how you're going to change their life.
Yeah. I mean, what can I add to that, right? I mean, there's so much value. I keep on hearing those little easy steps. One.
You want us? There we go. Woo! That's pretty powerful. Anybody have, God bless you, Sonia. Anybody have any takeaways from that? Because that was pretty impactful. Unmute yourself. Tell me what your big takeaway was from that segment. Anybody have any thoughts?
She said it's a decision she made. She said, you know, for 5 years, she said, you know, she went from pain and stress of worrying about money and decided that she didn't want to do that anymore. And that really stuck, that it's a decision that we all get to make.
Yeah, and isn't it funny? We hear that over and over again, and yet we hear it from somebody like Linda, and all of a sudden it resonates with everybody in the room. First, it's a decision. She made the decision. She said, you know, she had to learn some new skills. And I love the piece. Who else loved the piece about in the beginning? You are completely underpaid, right? Okay, and then it's kind of like average, and then we are overpaid as we start to cross into that duplication piece. Jen and Henry, what was your takeaway from Linda tonight?
Hey, I'm with her on the overpaid, underpaid. I think that's just a great way. But I think also the whole concept of what our industry has that's powerful is that exponential growth. You know, we forget about that.
That nobody else
has. And if you are in any kind of a business, even if you're working remotely, you know, you might have the freedom to work remotely now because of COVID, but you still don't have exponential growth. And it's the exponential growth that gives you the time freedom. But it's about bringing people along for sure.
Yeah. And it's, I think what she does for me is she paints a vision with a broad, Lisa, she paints the vision with a broad brush, you know, of possibility, where she says, get excited about being in this club, get excited, paint that vision. You know, we spend so much time talking about partner plus. Let's just paint the bigger vision of being qualified. You know, this is where there's the line in the sand. Anybody else, did that resonate with anybody else? Where she said, this is the line in the sand. Anybody else have any takeaways before we start to wrap this up a little bit tonight?
Well, she was saying about changing lives together and being a community leader. And I know that we're changing lives, and I know all of that, but all of a sudden people say, what do you do? Well, I can say I'm a community leader. I mean,
a community influencer. Influencer
and leader. I mean.
Yeah, and she goes, we influence people's immune system, and she went on and on and on. Again, painting what we do with a broader brush. Okay, she's pretty captivating. So I hope that you kind of enjoyed that for the call tonight. Team Up has no call next Monday night. As a matter of fact, this is our last call for the month of November.
Crazy.
Wow.
But I have a what happened? I have a feeling that Team Chris is going to be showcasing next week some programs on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I have a feeling if we ask real nice, we'll be able to participate in that call. And then coming back the first Monday night in December, it's going to be a business call, guys. It's either going to be Become Your Own Boss, which was highly successful last month, or Picture the Possibilities. It was Jamie that posted this week that the average person is spending like over $900 per person for Christmas. So if you're like a family of 4, it's nothing to spend like $1,000 per person per, for the Christmas holidays. And those bills come up in January. And that's when you hear the big ouch. And I got to tell you, in this economy right now, what we have is nothing short of an absolute gift. So no call next week. We're going to jump in to the Team Chris call. We'll be back the first Monday night of December. It'll be some sort of a business call. And I guess our motto is I want, I can, and I will join the club. And just like J-Lo brought us in with join the club, get on the floor, we're going to go out with her too. Good night, everybody. Get on the floor, get in the club.